What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel once again. This is Radio Xposed and I'm your host. Mike has always been the name. Today I bring you an interesting story coming from Ghana, where I come from. Shout out to all my Ghanaian people. So what are we going to talk about? We're talking about some things going on in my country, Ghana, and there's been a lot going on actually, and I want to talk about some things that I feel are going in the right direction and some are not going in the right direction. So we're going to talk about it, and like I said earlier, you share your comments in the comment section and share the channel with others so they get to know what we do here, and then they can also come and enjoy. In the last episode I did, I talked about somebody who's been arrested for, posting some comments on Facebook which are actually criminal, which just seem to be criminal in the country Ghana. And not just him, but there are other people who did some stuff and they've been arrested. So I'm going to talk about these two guys. One is called Mensa Thompson, and the other is Bobi Ansah or something like that. So this Bobi Ansah is a radio journalist, and Mensa Thompson is actually the chief executive officer or something like that of ASEPA, a CSO group in Ghana. Why I am talking about this guy is basically because there is a pastor who, for whatever reasons, couldn't tell these guys what they did was wrong. First, let me start with this Mensa Thompson guy. So this Mensa Thompson guy wrote on social media that the president of the Republic of Ghana, his family, have been using the presidential jet to travel and even have parties in the plane during the Christmas festivities. What makes this a problem is that it's not true. And when this guy was saying this, he implicated the Ghana Armed Forces. So they actually want him to take it down because it's not true. There's no truth in that. But for whatever reasons, this guy was charged. He was taken to court, and he's been battling the case in court. He's been taken to court. And the second guy, who is the radio journalist, actually went on radio and said some stuff about the first and second ladies of the Republic of Ghana, that they have acquired state lands illegally, which is not true. So when people get the space, when people get the chance, when people get the opportunity to sit and talk to the masses, I feel they have to be cautious of what they say. Irrespective, you could be NDC, MPP, CPP, whatever, but you have to be very careful with what you say, because you don't know where it will get you, and you don't know who is listening. So as this guy said this on the radio, who is I think Accra FM, the police got to know of it and they invited him, but this guy refused to go. He didn't honor the invitation, so the police had to move in and pick him up by themselves. They picked him up and it has become a story. Let's put that aside. There's this pastor in Ghana called Sam Kranchi Ankra, who actually got the nerves to allow these guys in his church, into his church, and he prayed for them, and he is actually saying they resist and they pray against any oppressors rule, meaning the powers that be in Ghana, be the president, the government, the police, are oppressing these guys. Which everybody knows what these guys actually did was wrong. You can't lie on people, and not just anybody. People in position, you lie on them, and then the citizens believe. Then they see these people to be wrong people, to be bad people. It's not good.
Come on, do it. God
is able to do just what he says.
So
he will.
Thank you, sir. So who is Mr. Mensa? That's Mr. Mensa. And then where is
Bobi Ansah?
Bobi Ansah. That's Bobi Ansah. Thank you so much. And these are members of your team or wives. I want you to know that in Royal House Chapel, you have faithful partners in the liberty of journalism and port reportage in Ghana. I thought I was speaking your mind. Royal House Chapel is not for the harassment. We don't support the harassment of journalists who are going about doing their work to speak to power and to call power to account for the power that the people have invested in them. I thought you should be clapping. So that's why when they said they were coming here for Thanksgiving service, too, they are also coming here to seek the face of our God, so that our God will help them in the current trouble that they are in right now, for certain publications that they have made concerning certain people in the land. We have received them and we will pray for them, and I can prophesy as a prophet that this case shall also come to pass. The freedom and the liberty of the press will move to another level as a result of this case.
I was expecting this pastor to actually talk to these guys behind closed doors or something like that, rebuke them so they don't go back and do it again. Already, you, the same pastor, have been labeled as an NDC pastor. So I don't know why you would not advise these guys to resist and, move away from such behaviors, lying on people. Like we always say, you keep repeating the lies and it becomes truth. You lie on people like that and then you tarnish their image just like that. And you have a bigger platform, the platform that you can use for something positive. You're using this platform to lie on people. It doesn't make any sense to me. And the bigger issue is this pastor not telling these guys what they did. Is the Bible you read telling us to be truthful or not? You as a pastor, you should know very well. These guys, for example, this guy especially, this Mensa Thompson actually apologized for what he did.
UNRWA, being a call from the Ghana Armed Forces, specifically from the PR, say, information here the trouble. The armed forces have been receiving a lot of calls and backlash from that information, and they are worried. We indicated to the Ghana Armed Forces, yes, even though that information is out, we have written to the Civil Aviation Authority, Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, requesting for some records of the presidential jets. And if we get it, we'll put that information out as well and give it the same magnitude as well. So it could be, say, even the records from the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority will come and confirm the issues that we put out, the publication, or rather disputed, whatever it is, we'll put it out for everybody to see. But it looks like the armed forces were under a lot of pressure. And out of respect for the Ghana Armed Forces, in protecting the territorial integrity of this country, it's important to say, yemfa omumfrafra, emu. And so if they have accidentally, unintentionally received a backlash for some information we've put out, then it was only fair that we withdraw the publication and apologize to the Ghana Armed Forces if they felt, if their image has been affected in any way. It's a state institution which civil society organization a responsibility to protect and not to destroy. And so we are the last organization who will seek to do anything that will affect the image and reputation of the Ghana Armed Forces.
If he, as the person who committed the crime, has already accepted what he did was wrong, why would you, the pastor, tell him he is being oppressed? There's no oppression here. The law is working. He lied, and the law has gotten rid of him. So where is the oppressor's rule here? There's no oppressor's rule anywhere. This guy did something wrong. You as a pastor have to rebuke him, tell him what he did was wrong, so he can refrain from it and not do it again. Yes, you can be a TSO. It's important. It's needed in a democratic system of governance. You have to keep the government on its toes. government has to work. When something is going wrong, you have to speak against it, but not when it's a lie. You don't have to lie on people just like that. And this guy, you tell people the president's wife has acquired state lands illegally, which is not true. So knowing it's not true, why would you say that? Are you saying that just to tarnish their image? I don't care if it's MPP or NDC. You shouldn't do that. So this pastor going on to tell and pray for God to, resist oppressors' rule or whatever, it doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense. There's nothing here like oppressors' rule. The guys were wrong. You as a pastor, you have to tell them what you guys did were wrong, so you don't have to repeat it. Yes, it's okay if you pray for them, but there shouldn't be anything like oppressors' rule. There's no oppressors' rule. The guys have been there. There have been so many people who have been labeled NDC, journalists, and whatever. Have they all been arrested? No, because they haven't made such statements. This has been on my mind, and it's not just some Chankram. All other pastors, when the government is doing something wrong, you have mouth, you have people who listen to you. Tell the government, this you are doing is wrong. Do the right thing. You don't have to be afraid to speak the truth. The same way you don't have to be afraid to tell people what they do wrong. This has been my little piece of advice to everyone in Ghana, and I think the police is doing a great job. They should go on, do what they have to do. It's the right thing. When somebody misbehaves, pick the person up. If the person cannot defend his statements, the law should deal with him. This has been my take. This is Radio Xposed once again. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a video on the channel. And if you haven't, you do that. If you have, please share with others so they get to know of what we are doing here. It has been my take. Peace. I'm out.